Hello and welcome to the Petrello Report, my weekly chance to sit down with a staff member from school and learn a little more about their life. This week, I sat down with Mrs. Way for a great conversation. Hello and welcome to this week's Petrello Report. We have Mrs. Way. Mrs. Way, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm excited to have you on the show today, joining us right from the library. I
Right
see.
from the library, right at my desk.
That's really exciting. Right from the desk. So, what have you been up to? I know you've been going into school to work quite a bit. What have you been up to lately?
I am doing a lot of stuff that Miss Porter gave me to do. Some stuff for the bulletin boards. I've been doing Chromebook stuff, lots and lots and lots of Chromebook stuff, and whatever else they asked me to do.
What is Chromebook stuff? What does that mean?
So a lot of the kids brought Chromebooks home, and they think that they don't work, but they actually do. They just have to be a little patient. So I've been getting them fixed and sending them back out. And then I'm putting the other ones that come back, I'm putting those into long-term storage, which sounds so exciting, but it's not.
That does sound exciting. So I guess that's our lesson for those watching the thing today. If you're having a problem with your Chromebook, be
Email me.
patient.
Yes, you got to be patient. They think they won't turn on, and I can get them on in about 30 seconds.
Okay, you got the magic touch.
I've got the magic touch.
Get the magic touch on the computer. Cool, cool. So how about you tell us a little bit about yourself? You have quite a diverse background before you came to
Oh,
us
yeah.
at the school.
Yes, I've done it all. Where do you want me to start?
Wherever you would like to start, just tell us whatever you feel free.
I could go like from the beginning because I started working in an ice cream sub shop. I used to decorate cakes. I worked in retail stores. I worked as I used to develop photos at Ritz Camera. Um, I went to OCC, got an art degree. Then I went to SU to get a degree in art education. And then I got married and dropped out. And then I went and started doing nails. I had my own nail salon since 94. And then I had an ice cream pizza shop right in Pompey, the Hilltop one, right in the middle.
Yeah.
That we used to own that. Yeah, my husband and I used to own that. And then I went back to school, and then I got pregnant with my last child. And then I decided I wanted to just come back to the school.
Awesome. That's cool. So there was more jobs there than I even knew about. Look
I
at that.
get more. I can
This
add
lady
more.
really has done it all. You ask her about some shit, she can make you a sandwich and do your nails
I can make
and
some wicked chicken wings.
you get some chicken wings. So
And I love to
um
cook. That's my favorite thing to do.
your favorite thing is to cook.
Mm-hmm. Not bake,
You you have a
cook.
specialty?
No. Yes. I do a lot of deviled eggs. I don't know. I do like salads for the gun club for their meats. And I have one guy that comes in there and he orders 3 portions ahead of time because he likes my macaroni salad. I don't know.
Cool. Got the salads. I like it. That's a lot of fun. All right, so I have just a couple stops on some of these things that I did know that you did
Uh-oh.
that we can talk about a little bit. So I'm going to start here with the nail salon because you used
Okay.
to own this nail salon in Fayetteville, which I don't know, probably nobody knows, at least our students don't know, is down here in Fayetteville, which is now in an olive oil shop.
Correct. Yes.
Do you miss anything about the nail salon?
Yes. Yes, I do. I love doing nails. I don't know. And I loved Fayetteville. I loved walking around Fayetteville. I loved everything about it. When there's a lot of interaction, but that was adults. I like to interact with kids.
Yeah, so what did you have like a nail? I know nothing about doing nails,
I did
surprising or
I
not.
did acrylic nails.
What does that mean?
So you put like a form on somebody's nail and then you create a nail, not a tip, but you actually sculpt it. They're
Huh.
sculpted nails. I think it has to do with my art background. You know, I had to do the
So you sculpt the nails.
mm-hmm.
Okay,
If I
like
had known, I would have
with like
brought my
paints and
instructor. Huh?
like with paints and stuff, or you sculpt the actual
It's a
shape of the
monomer
nail.
and a polymer. So you take a brush and you dip it in the liquid and then you dip it in the powder and then you make a nail and then it hardens.
Huh.
And then you buzz
I
them
think,
with a
and then
Dremel.
you, huh. Okay. I feel like all that just went like, phew. But I'm gonna trust you. Maybe I'm sure somebody watching this will get something out of that. It's like, oh, okay. It's very interesting. I like that now. Anyway, so another thing you mentioned in your background was you went to school for art education.
Yes.
Okay, so you could have become an art teacher, correct?
I that was my goal. I wanted Mrs. Turner's job is what I originally wanted, but
Okay, well, just to test out a little bit of your art skills,
oh dear.
or not art skills, but let's just say like a little critique here. So
Uh-huh.
what I have here is I have a little an
Um,
art. I got it turned around. I made this painting
okay.
a couple years ago at a staff day we had at school.
Uh-huh.
That was like a painting thing, and they just showed us like this. It was Anthony Hyatt at the high school ran this, and he's a high school art
I don't
teacher
know
for
who
our
this is.
students. If you don't know, and he gave us like this very general picture, and he made us paint it. And this some of the students will look at this and know why I am a music teacher. But I just want some of your artistic thoughts
Oh
on my
no.
beautiful painting here. Here, I'll put it in.
I
I'll
see.
try to get it.
It's lovely. It's good.
You're very kind. Do you have any thoughts? Like, how might I? What? Give me some art.
Well, what they taught us when I went to school was you just let students do their own thing and you never touch their work. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So say little Mr. P is in art class with Mrs. Way, and he's making this painting,
Mm-hmm.
and he like, how would you help him out? How would you help him improve this beautiful or not so beautiful barn?
Honestly, I wouldn't. I like to see what people's actual expression is.
Cool.
I wish I was at home. I could show you all the paintings my kids have done. They're all over my walls.
Aw. Maybe you can send us some pictures.
I
We have
can.
we have a really great. You've seen the show. You've
Yes, I
seen the
have.
guys.
I
They're
have. Uh-huh.
they're gonna love it. They've they've done a lot of work this week, and I'm sure they would happy to just do more after the musical. So, just one note to everybody. This is just for my own. You can kind of see in the background. This kind of looks like water. See, this kind of looks like water way back here. It was supposed to be mountains,
That's what I
but I
thought. I
really
didn't
had
think it was
no
water.
concept. I really had no concept whatsoever of how to mix the paints, and so I ended up looking
I
like water.
totally did not think that was water. I thought that was like the base of the mountain.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I always thought it looked more like water.
No,
There's this guy.
I think you did a little
Anyway, there's my beautiful painting. It hangs on my wall. I keep it actually in my wall here.
You
Just,
should.
like I made that. It's not the prettiest painting, but
I
I
liked it.
made it. Awesome. Well, thank you. You're so sweet. My last thing here is a very open-ended question.
Oh boy.
You and I started working at the school the same year,
Same area.
right? So that's what are we here for 3 years now?
We're gonna start our fourth, right?
Would be next year.
Yes.
4 years at
4 years.
Patriots County.
Can
So
I join you with the I'm going with the big pink Yeti.
Yeah, I have like the opposite today. I really love tiny cups, especially coffee mugs. I'm actually drinking coffee too today. I always drink water, but
I always drink water. Yeah. I have a tiny one.
I have a little baby cup.
I like
Beautiful.
your Batman one.
The
You have,
what? The
didn't
Batman?
you have a Batman mug?
I do have a Batman one.
Uh-huh. See, I watch. I watch the show.
Well, that's the thing now. Before we get to this last question, I'm having trouble at this point. Like what cup have I already had on the show? What shirt have I worn? Like I had a pretty hard time this morning getting dressed before this because I looked through my closet. It's like, what shirts I'm like, I'm not gonna go. I got to do this in 20 minutes with Mrs. Way. I don't have time to look back at all the videos and see which shirt I wore every week. So,
Yeah,
if
I'm a
anybody
preparer.
notices if I've worn this shirt before, I'm sorry. I think I've worn this tie. I don't think this shirt.
I chose my outfit last night.
You were prepared.
I have to be.
Anyway, so we've been at the school for 3 years, and I was kind of thinking about this the other day, especially given this year being as strange as it's been. What are your just general thoughts about our school over 3 years? What are impressions? What are some of your big like takeaways for working at Fabius Pompey Elementary School?
What are my takeaways?
Yeah, I mean, like, what has your experience been like?
I love my job. I love my job. I look forward to coming in every day. I like the only thing I don't like is late bus duty. But other than that, I love everything else I do because I get to see all the kids and I get to interact with them all. So I'm not really stuck in a classroom, and I can wander around and I like lunch duty. That's fun too. I know everybody thinks I'm nuts, but I don't know. I think it's great. There's a lot of good people here.
That's great. Yeah, I agree. And now maybe students have some explanation while they're sitting for the late bus. Why is Mrs. Way so grumpy?
Do I strike you as grumpy?
No, but you said you don't like late bus
I
duty.
don't
So
care for
maybe
that part. No, no.
the kids are trying to get on the bus. You just
Um, there's a lot of reasons. I don't know.
well,
I'm not the only one that does late bus duty either. So I mean, it's like there's a bunch of us. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I guess it can't be all peaches and cream.
No, no.
Oh well, poor late bus duty. Anyway, that's all I have. Thank you, Mrs. Way, for being on the show here
Thank
today.
you for having me. This was so much fun.